Hey everybody, Jared here. So this is the introductory video for my 2020 Consumer Electronics Show playlist on YouTube. And if you're seeing this video not on YouTube, go to YouTube. That's where the videos are. 2020, I went nuts. I got to go to so many events. I got to go to, I think, 3 or 4 different press events. There's almost 3 hours of footage in this playlist, and it is like well over 200 clips. Still at the time was aiming for Instagram, not doing Square. Everything's under a minute. But I spent way more time downstairs in Eureka Park looking at the wild and crazy, wacky stuff that I would in current years. I'm recording this in 2025 as I'm moving everything from Instagram and TikTok to YouTube to create an archive that you can access. What's really wild about this show was the end. This is January of 2020. And at the airport, I was sick as a dog. Not the sick like I was in 2019, where I got influenza and missed the last day of the show. I just was like feeling like shit. But everybody was feeling like shit. Like everyone was sitting around the airport coughing and coughing and coughing. That one of the reporters literally, I think it was USA Today, said, "We're going to call this the CES flu." Remember, CES is a large international show, and we all come back with a conference crud. We probably all got COVID. Like, this is a possibility that this was the original COVID super spreader event because everyone was at this show. It's the world's largest trade show, and it's international, and it was literally the first week in January. What made me think about it today was as I was going through all these videos, the last video is my appearance on the radio show The Sound of Ideas, which is actually filmed as well. So I've got the video for that. And I'm sick in the video. Like, I don't acknowledge it. I don't cough in it, but you can really hear it. Like, you can see it in my face and hear it in my voice that we were all sick. And I've never tested positive for COVID throughout all this time. I've gotten sick over and over again. But in the early days, they never tested me. And now it would be too late to know anything. So I've never had a COVID diagnosis in all the years, whether I've gotten sick or not. Anyway. This is the year of the electric potato. This is the year that some brilliant engineer decided that he was going to make a Bluetooth potato. He made some beat-up technology, and all he had at his booth was like potato and his resume. He was looking for work, and he decided the best way to show off was to become the show darling. And by the way, getting to that booth was very difficult. So much good stuff. Again, as always, title and hashtags, yes. But I'm not going to include any handles to companies because this is old news and I don't want to link them to old news. However, I will put in URLs to the website if the company still exists. Some of them are out of business. Fewer now than in the older videos. Some of them had Kickstarters that funded and never shipped, which there's a reason why I don't promote Kickstarters because, hey, it funded and never shipped is something that I have been on the victim of. This year, there's some amazing stuff that, again, I have purchased, stuff that I still lust after. That's what's fun about going through these videos is that a lot of this stuff is still very, very viable. And you're like, 2020 is only 5 years ago. In a digital age, that's an eternity ago. But some of what's interesting about this as well is watching a company go from they're a little bitty company to like a major player on the market, 5 years later, or seeing some of the spectacle companies just staying spectacle companies. Anyway, there's almost 3 hours of footage in this playlist, and I do hope you enjoy. This was the last in-person CES for another year because they took 2021 off, but I still have a weird video about that.